Hi everyone, I want you all to meet Chien-Shiung Wu. When Wu was 26, she traveled from a small town in China all the way to the United States of America to become an experimental physicist. Wu was an experimental physicist back in the years of 1926 to the early 1980s. But first of all, what is an experimental physicist, and why did Wu love it so much? An experimental physicist experiments with matter, which is everyday objects such as a pencil, and they also study the types of energy that they hold. They study and experiment with the different types of connections that they have with each other. Wu absolutely loved atoms, but before I get too far ahead of myself, what is an atom? Well, everything in this world, including you, are made up of atoms, and that is what allows us to be humans. They are made up of three main ingredients: protons, neutrons, and electrons. Like I said before, atoms are found within absolutely everything. If you look closely at the board, I want you all to count the amount of atoms there are within each object. How many did you guess? Well, my answer to that question is that it is extremely impossible. Wu loved the idea of finding answers to extremely complicated questions. So she had the idea to challenge someone. Wu decided to challenge Enrico Fermi's theory on beta decay. Beta decay occurs when an atom has too many neutrons. Having too many neutrons makes the atom extremely unhappy. To ensure that the atom stays happy, the small amount of protons in the atom rings up his beta decay mates to fix the problem. To fix the atom's unhappiness, the beta decay needs to reduce the amount of neutrons and increase the number of protons to ensure that the atom is very happy. During her challenge in 1964 with Enrico Fermi, she stumbled across a problem relating to a funny element called copper sulfate. Copper sulfate is used to get rid of the funky green, thick layer of gunk when the water in a pool or pond gets gross and old. The problem with this funny element was that when the beta decay was creating more protons, the electrons that were being squeezed out of the atom were losing power, like how a remote control car loses power if you use it all day. To fix this issue, she used something that is very common in everyone's house. Can anyone guess? Dun dun dun! It's detergent! She added detergent to make the element thin and even, which is easy to observe. Well, there we go. That's Chien-Shiung Wu for you. Just a brief overview of the little things that she studied throughout her life. The First Lady of Physics. The Chinese Madame Curie. The famous Chien-Shiung Wu.